Alright, this is officially my take two because I tried to do it with my actual phone, or record this with my actual phone, and apparently there's a video recording limit, so what can you do? Um, I originally do my videos, I guess, not that it really matters, but just as a for your guys' own information, if you guys want to start doing vlogs or something like that yourself. By the way, don't mind the rave going on in the background. My MacBook's kind of old, so it's a little weird. So it has this rave going on in the background. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I usually do my vlogs on YouTube Capture on the iPhone. And I love the app. It's super easy to do. The only thing I have a problem with it is if I stray from the app from a little bit, use something else, the upload will pause. Which I mean, I guess isn't like a big deal. I mean, I just got to check up with it every so often, which it's good to know. But it's just one of those things where I wish it would in the background do something about it. But it's been a couple weeks at least since I've done a video. I know the last time I did like 3 or 4 in a row, to take up for the time that I missed doing them. And I'd like to say that I'd like to be able to do these a little bit more often. But as of right now, nothing's really consistent in my life. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. You wouldn't understand. Or maybe you do. But essentially, I'm trying to get all my shit together. The past few weeks have been a little stressful. And if you have a problem with it, I apologize, but I don't normally do this inside my own apartment, but it's a little nippy. So, it's not really, I have no other way of doing this and this at the same time, so I'm just gonna kind of light an incense at some point tonight before my shit stinks, but so past few weeks have been somewhat stressful. I've been kind of hassled on the last video that I posted, the one about my life. But a lot of family members gave me a lot of trouble about it. There is one specific thing that I said that was untrue, but I was unaware, and the information that was given to me about the situation, which was my sister's father, the specific situation, I was given the wrong information, or I misinterpreted the information. I don't remember. But I was given a lot of trouble about the video and was asked to take it down. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to apologize or refuse to take down a video that that I felt, nor anyone else felt was any wrong. You know, I mean, I didn't directly say anything about anybody, and I've had a psychology major look at the video and give me their 2 cents. I've had people from an outside perspective watch the video and tell me whether I was in the wrong for posting this video, and no one said that I did anything wrong. So, I mean, in I didn't feel like I did anything in the wrong, but I was suggested by certain family members that I rewatch the video, and I rewatched the video by myself and with other people. But at the same time, there was nothing that anyone said was wrong about that. But that's not what this video is about. This is just up to dating. Um, I'm very glad to hear that Markiplier is doing a lot better and he's um, able to move on. The the story with Daniel's life, it's really sad to hear that, you know, that he's no longer with us, but such as any situation, we have to move on. Um, and I'm really glad to hear that he's doing better. Along with anyone else that dealt with the situation, I mean, I don't know anybody else that was dealing with that situation. So, and that's just out of ignorance, and ignorance isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just I don't know. So, and lack of knowledge is not necessarily a bad thing in some cases. Um, but also, I guess another thing that's been difficult for me this past few weeks is that financially, I've had to get a new phone, so it's been difficult. Um, Going from um, I mean, I'm generally pretty financially stable um, with my job, but because I had to buy a new phone, I had a bunch of bills and stuff like that that didn't get paid for, um, and I had a difficult time supporting myself, and it's unfortunate, but I dealt with it, and eventually I just sucked it up and bought cheap food until I sucked up my pride and said, you know what, I'm going to ask my dad for help, because my dad's always made a point to tell me, you know, if you need help, let me know, I'll help you get groceries or whatever you need. But I'm a prideful man, and I I don't. It's not that I don't want people's help. It's just that I'd much rather do it on my own and learn how to do it by myself and learn how to get by myself and not depend on others all the time. Um, but at the same point, I finally asked for help and I got help, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Um, but now I am doing much better. I have all my bills up to date, and I'm doing very well. As for an emotional state, I'm actually doing a lot better than I had been for a good while. I've had Mr. James Veenstra, my brother, and my sister Hannah, um, being there for me. Um, I mean, they come over. They come over every week for about 2 days, and we have a good time hanging out. We'll listen to music, watch videos, you know, whatever the case may be. Play video games. I actually made Hannah's a like, she likes video games, but she's not like big into them like I am, and James isn't really big on video games either. But he'll play them and have a good time. But I made Hannah play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Zombies last night, and it was hilarious. We died a lot because I got swarmed, and this was actually the first time that I was playing the Advanced Warfare Zombies, so she had just as much experience. I went into it thinking it was going to be something like Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, where, you know, knife every, you know, up to like the third round, put up boards. No, it was nothing like that. And I was sitting there being like, oh my god. And it wasn't until today that I played it. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It's completely different. But uh, I've been doing really well. Just kind of going about my thing. my coworkers got me on this mobile game called Rush of Heroes, and it's one of those games where I can't put it down. It's good to it's one of those games that I can have back in the background, as well as my couple other brain games that I have right now. I just downloaded another one today that I'm not quite sure what the name is, but it's fun. It helps stimulate thought process, and it trains certain aspects of your mind, and I like it. But yeah, um, things have been going relatively well. Um, I'm making an effort to open myself up spiritually to different aspects of things, and um, I'm pretty open-minded. Like, I'm not against like what other people believe. Like, I've had conversation with Muslims and all that kind of stuff, and I'm genuinely interested in what other people believe, because I I everybody I'm not gonna sit there and judge other people on what they believe, even if it's against what I believe, which isn't even a specific thing. Um, I mean, I had this conversation with my ex yesterday, um, about organized religion and how it can be very corrupted, and like all this kind of stuff. But I won't get into it. Um, but I believe a specific thing. Um, I I'm essentially a Christian because I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe that, died on the cross, rose again, all that kind of stuff. But there are certain aspects that I believe that man itself had implemented into the religion that I believe isn't the case. Um, no matter what other people believe. Um, like the whole homosexuality thing. Like, I'm like, you do what you do. You be who you want to be. I'm not going to judge you. It's not my thing, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you how you live your life. So, but away from that, um, like, I've been working towards, um, just either being a better human being to other people around me, because as of late, I've been kind of an asshole, in all honesty, and I'm not going to bullshit myself and tell me I haven't been, because I have been kind of harsh to those around me, um, because they do a certain thing and I don't necessarily agree with it. And by the way, happy late Back to the Future Day. Um, I was I was kind of bummed that they didn't have it on Netflix, because I was like, dude, I had my friends over and I was like, dude, we could totally like watch Back to the Future all day, and they didn't have it, so I was kind of like, nope. And I didn't have enough money to go out and buy all the movies, so. But um, another thing is that I mean, as you guys most notice, is that consistently when I make videos, I have a beer or so with me, that I consistently have with me, and like, do not get me wrong, like, I love to drink, um, but do not take the fact that because I am drinking in the video means that I am getting intoxicated. I have quite the tolerance for it, and I mean, besides the fact that I like the taste of beer and alcohol and such, Um, it's a good it takes the edge off. Because I get nervous about doing these videos, only because I'm generally not a very good public speaker, uh, and I get I freak out a lot. I have stage fright, which is ironic because I want to play music for the rest of my life, but you know I'm working on that. But you know, I guess as a side note, just to sidetrack, um, for those of you who are within the area of Michigan or in Michigan, you can kind of see the label. It's probably going to be backwards, but the Spectra Trifecta um, beer from Founders, which is a local brewery here in Michigan. Um, this is their Art Prize beer, and for those of you who don't know what Art Prize is, Michigan has this thing they do every year where it's called Art Prize, and it's a giant contest of uh, art. People make sculptures, paintings, music, whatever the case may be, and people vote for it. And the winner gets like a bunch of money, I think, or something like that. I love going. I don't really get into the whole voting aspect of it. I prefer to more go and enjoy the art itself. That's why I really love to go, and I don't think it's going on anymore. I'm not sure, but I didn't get to go this year due to the fact that I've been busy with work and all the other things that I've been kind of lacking, meaning mostly money, to go down and do this. I was planning on going with my dad, but that didn't work out because I've been working a lot. Well, not a lot of overtime, but I've been working overtime each week. And for anyone who sits there and works, I mean, the day before and the day after you work, you really don't want to go out and do stuff. At least for me, um, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't really like to do anything because I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't really like to do anything on Thursday and Monday. Like I refuse to do anything. I refuse to go anywhere. So that leaves Tuesday and Wednesday to really do stuff. And since I've had my overtime, Wednesday is the day I chose to do my overtime for 12 hours. So it was like Monday I didn't want to do anything. Tuesday I didn't want to do anything. Thursday I didn't want to do anything. So it was just like, eh, And I mean, I could have chose, I guess, better days to do these things where I could have at least had I could have done it on Monday, but I didn't want to work 4 12-hour shifts in a row, which, I mean, some of you do, and I'm not belittling the fact that, you do that, but just me as a person, I didn't want to do that because I was like, screw that. I already worked 3 12-hour shifts in a row, which is nothing compared to some of the things that you guys do. Um, but still, that was just a choice that I made, and because I didn't really want to do 4 12-hour shifts. I had done it before, and I was on that Tuesday and whatnot. I was just beat. I was like, I'm not doing anything for the next 3 days because I mean, you got essentially what is it, 96 hours, I think. 12, 12, 24, 12, 12. 24, 48, 48, 6, yeah, 96 hours of working and consistently in a row. It's like, and I work from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So it's like I come home and I have a few hours to do whatever I want, and then I need to at least be in bed by 11:30. And I'm just not in the mood to do anything at that point. But as I got sidetracked, the Spectra Trifecta. What in the world is going on here? Okay. That is my bottle opener, by the way. It's a TARDIS. See, there we go. I'm a Doctor Who fan. The Spectra Trifecta is a very good beer. It's kind of on the light side, at least taste-wise. Like, it's not very bitter or anything like that, but it kind of tastes like tea, which is weird, believe me. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, it's brewed with chamomile, ginger, and lemongrass. Like, you could kind of think that it might kind of taste like that, but I didn't suspect it. I figured it to be a little bit more ale-y, but it wasn't. It was actually like, I took a sip at it, and I was like, it was not necessarily sweet, but it had that tea feel to it, where it's like, it's just got a little bit of sugar in the tea, and it's like somewhere in between like brewing your own tea and like Arizona green tea. So it's somewhere in between there, but it's obviously alcoholic. But it's a very good beer. My dad doesn't particularly care for it, but I mean, to each his own. I like it. They also came out with another one, which I'm a very big fan of the IPAs and stuff like that, but this one, the Mosaic Promise, it's a black IPA, which I'm a big IPA guy. Like, I love IPAs. One of my favorite beers to drink is the Founders All Day IPA, and that's like my go-to all the time. And it was really good. Like, it was kind of dark, such as it should be, considering it's kind of like a black IPA, but it was very good. Like, I bought it last night for me and James, and I was surprised, or I could have drank that like all night, but I drank 3 because it comes in a 6-pack. And so I saved 3 for him, but he only drank 1, so I was like, alright. And I went in the fridge today, saw 2 that were there, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to drink this then. As well as 3 more of the Spectra Trifectas. So, but aside from alcoholic beverages, I've been just kind of watching Netflix, honestly. That's all I've really been doing. Since October has started, I've finished The Flash, Walking Dead, Supernatural. I've watched a whole bunch of different series, just binging everything. Like, and I'll finish them with at least 2 days at the most. I'll sit there and watch them all day, and that may be a problem, but some of you may have a worse problem than I do. I mean, especially since now the way that my living room is set up, because with my couch being here, my TV's like right here, so I can like lay down, like, and face the TV, which has always been my problem, because when my living room or my couch was over there, I'd have to lay sideways, and that was really uncomfortable, and I was like, ugh. So I'd always end up on the floor, sitting on a pillow, because I got a bony butt, facing the TV. But now that I can lay on my couch and just sit there and watch, it's like, oh, this is dangerous. But aside from that, yeah, everything's been going great. I've been really uh, I'm gonna try to practice, especially tonight. There's a song or a cover I'm gonna do by the Fray that I discovered that I sang very well and played very well. Um, that I'm gonna practice a little bit more and then probably post it on here. This channel is mainly vlogs and stuff like that, but I like to do something a little bit different every so often. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Let me know what you think as well. Also, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to ask me. Like, just post it in the comments. I mean, I don't have a lot of people that follow me, so at least at the moment, I'm hoping things kick in. I mean, even if this isn't a thing that I get paid for, I don't really care. I'm posting this just as a thing. I don't even know. Um, but if you guys have any questions at all or certain subjects that you want me to talk about, that you want my point of view on, by all means, post it away. And I will make it a point to contemplate the questions or the subjects and make a video about it. So I appreciate any one of you that decides to comment or even subscribe or follow or even watch, even if for it's like half the video, because my videos are generally like half an hour. So even if you watch like 10 minutes of it, like that's awesome. I appreciate that. So um, again, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end it here because I'm running out of things to say. That's pretty much, there isn't much that's been going on in my life besides the things that I've talked about. So, yeah, I will see you guys later. You guys have a great, fantastic day, morning, night, whatever the case may be. And I'll see you later, streamers. Bye.